but so far, it's not telling me that I've gone live. So let me refresh and see what we can see. Yeah, stream is offline 2 minutes ago.
It says starting soon.
All right. Now it's telling me I'm live. Might have to refresh.
It says chat is disabled for this live stream.
You're probably still in the old stream then. You'll need to refresh or go somewhere. It's weird how that works. Okay, good. So yeah, I tell you, it's something else.
I'm watching.
Is it up for you now?
Yes, now it is.
Okay. Yeah, Ricochet. I'm telling you, it's something else, man. My
I
computer.
think you should buy the software from the same lady.
No. Yeah, affliction, pineapple. All right. Well, I'll have air server up in a moment here. What's funny is just as I came back, my timer went off for Alliance War. So I would have had to pause it anyway and turn it off so that I didn't spoil the ending for how we did in the Alliance War. Because I was going to make a video on it, so.
See, so it was his fault.
Uh,
Tim blames the car.
It might be. That car seemed to be cursed, man.
And the curse is spreading.
That's why I'm
Wait,
not.
since your iPad in the car, it's like the Seinfeld smell.
Could be. Mm-mm. All right, let me grab air server back up and running here.
I suppose you also told the tale of the back scratcher.
Oh, that was all part of the day. That's what kicked it all off. I'm telling you, y'all gonna be on my sister's list. Y'all keep messing with her.
I'm ignoring those people. They have already become on my list.
See? All right, guys. Let's finally get started here. Only about an hour later. But I am still in it, still on target. So we'll see.
Tim said, my friend just pulled and duped Namor out of 5 crystals. 3 crap ones with him, but wow.
Wow. I want Namor as a 5-star so bad.
Hey, Paul M.
Paul, what's up, man? I'm just getting beat in the head by this Star-Lord. Okay.
Keep it up, Ricochet. I've been practicing on a back scratcher. I know what to do to people now.
That poor back scratcher didn't do nothing to her either.
It's your fault.
Should
have taken care of your things.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah, when we get a few more people in here, we had some people in here. If the stream stays up long enough.
Tim says he has 100 SIGs for him, along with 3 to 4 and 4 to 5 mutant gem. He's all set.
Yes, he is. Man.
Ah, Billy D, Slight, and Momo have returned.
All right. Man. Let's hope that the stream stays up this time. And I don't even know what to do to try to prevent it. Because just before the stream, I rebooted, in case something was, some resource was locked up or corrupted or something like that, but doesn't seem to help. And I did get a lockup yesterday, not during the stream though. I was just on YouTube and it locked up, but then it came back.
Tim is looking forward to stream 3.
It may happen too. It just may happen. But eventually, I'm going to say, enough.
Enough is enough is enough. I can't go on.
Because it will be messing with my stream time, I mean, my grind time too much. But yeah, good to see you guys back.
We've got all the important people here. Plus, you know. I'm not going to list them out, but the people who are on my list, so they're here too. So, I guess.
Okay. Yep, I'm back, Slight, and so are you, and Momo, Tim, Paul, Ricochet, Affliction. Good to see you all back. Anne, hey. Anne is back too. Hey.
Yeah, Anne. Okay, now you can tell the story. Now that Anne is here.
I can't remember if Anne was here when I told the story last night because I was so tired. It is not even funny. My brain was straight mush, and it's still not recovered quite right. Anthony, you're back too. Cool.
They're just lurking doing arena.
Let's see. I see Billy D. Yep. Crashed again while she was talking. Coincidence? Ricochet, you may have something. Rip for reals this time, Keith says. Artichokes, Billy D. No such thing as coincidences. I believe that too, Keith. Larry, the left-handed.
Anne said she wasn't here because it was Canada. It was not Canada Day. It was Canada Day yesterday.
Wow. You almost had to hurt yourself. Canada Day?
Maintain it should be Canada. If you're Canadian, you're from Canada. But when it comes to geography, that's not my field. I still maintain that Arkansas.
Arkansas?
Anyway, I also maintain that Alaska and Nebraska should be near each other. So.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
There we go. Mickey Momo. Mickey Momo is an attitude. The Mickey Momo is a mellow mood. Your Momo when you're drinking lemonade. Your Momo soaking in a marinade. I don't know. That song. And it wasn't even a big part of the episode. But it sticks in your head.
Mm-hmm. Especially when there's a lot of room.
You know, you don't even have to be here.
Oh.
I'll tell the story after you gone, plus a couple others.
I'm Ghost. I'm gone. I'm out. What? Who?
You don't know me. That's what I wanted you to do. That's just what I wanted you to do. Oh, man. My head still hurts. All right, let me get these 6 stars on cooldown. But it still means that 2 o'clock this morning, they'll be coming off cooldown again. And if I'm not up to get them on cooldown again, I may miss out on a round of them. Not sure. And we got new content coming too. So just a heads up. I don't remember when the new content comes out, but if I know it ahead of time, I don't stream because everybody is streaming the new content. So I'm usually in somebody else's stream.
Oh, you friggity walk.
Arkansas is the worst. Oh man. That's why I'm saying it like that. It always cracked me up.
Spider-Man Classic punched me, so
Bet you that hurt.
that's
But
why he friggity walk walk.
I'll tell you something that always used to bother me so much. And in school, in English class, they would tell me a rule: I before E, except after C. I said, okay, got it. Memorize that, right? That's my rule. I start trying to apply the rule. Oh, you can't apply it to that word. That's an exception. Okay. Oh, wait, that's an exception too. Okay. Oh, wait, that's also another exception. I said, come on. Are you kidding me? Don't give me a rule and then a bunch of different exceptions. Better to just memorize the dang things.
Well, that's what you get for speaking a language that hits other languages over the head.
I was going to say that
drags them into a dark alleyway and goes through their pockets for spare grammar.
Pretty much. I love my teacher. When I first saw the word rendezvous and I tried to use my pronunciation rules, and this, I don't know if they still do this in school, but we had to read out loud for just this very reason. And so I'm reading, and I'm proud of my reading, And then I get to this word, hadn't seen it, and she knew. My teacher knew. And I'm like, rendezvous. And she's like, nope, that's rendezvous. And I'm looking at that word, and I'm hearing what she said, and I'm like, no way. That is not any kind of pronunciation that you guys have taught me.
Well, that's because it's French.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. I was too young at the time.
Tim, the difference is then is time. Than is usually used in measuring or comparing things.
Yeah, trust me, guys. My sister, that's a thing. You have what, a master's or a PhD?
I have a master's.
Master's. I couldn't remember if you had already gone all the way to your master's. I mean, your PhD. But yeah, so yeah, she's got this, guys. You ain't about to win with that sort of thing.
Because shit, that wasn't really English that I was speaking. That's more stiletto fight speak.
Uh-huh.
I tend to. You will find words that start appearing and stuff when Stiletto speaks when she's fighting someone that, well.
Okay, so the new content is tomorrow. So guys, do not expect to see me at my normal time tomorrow. What I'll probably do is I'll stream either earlier, because what can happen is whenever my 5 stars come off cooldown in the morning and I do my morning grind, I can do a stream then. Because normally all I'm doing at that time is watching another stream, usually Brian Grant's stream. I'll watch his stream and grind, and that's what I do for my early morning grind. But since I wouldn't be doing a grind, a stream rather, at 1, I may do it, nice and early in the morning. And that's going to depend on when I get them on cooldown tonight and when I wake up tomorrow morning. So I can't even really give you guys a time. I would like to get them done before 6 o'clock. But to do that, I need to be on the ball tonight and not fall asleep like I did last night several times.
Poor baby was just so exhausted emotionally.
You ain't kidding.
Grandma lost a beloved friend and companion.
I'll tell you. I like that, Key. So Chitara is a doctor of grammanomics. Yes. Yes, she is. Ooh, that's right. I meant to be doing this. Finishing up my 6 stars. Except science, Anne said. Exactly. And a few others. There's a bunch. I mean, my sister probably knows better than I do, but I
I
think there
know
was
the
like
entire thing. It's a full rhyme. What you said is just the first part of it.
that's the only thing they taught me, and
No,
that's
they didn't. I know the rhyme, and you only listened to the first part of it.
excuse me. First of all, you were not there.
Okay, fine.
Thank you. My sister, you guys you can hear her, right? You already know. I tell her this is what they taught me, and she's telling me no, I only listened to the first part, and she wasn't there. She didn't know anything about this at that time. That's not to say that the rhyme is incorrect, but that's not what I was talking about. What I was talking about was what I personally was taught. And I think there are a number, I forget how many, like 20 or something like that, exceptions to it. I don't remember. Yeah, Ricochet. Oh, Anne agrees with you. She's with you.
That's because Anne obviously has a high intellect.
There's another one, Anne. How about there? That one usually just makes me giggle. People misuse there and there all the time. Oh Lord. Quit flirting with my sister, Key. Yep, Keith said it. Yep, and all the yours.
Delirious says, "Bro, how do you phase intercept Domino with Ghost? Like being smacked by her gun."
You need to delay your phase. Remember that she has a double hit medium. So your timing has to be different. It is something you have to be careful about. You cannot do it like you phase intercept everybody else. Because, yes, you will get smacked. Anytime I have to fight her with Ghost, I have to kind of hold myself back and wait for her to finish maybe her second attack. You know, let her finish the medium and then do another attack and then attack. But yeah, you have to just get the timing down. It's very dicey.
Hey, Hez Gaming.
Ooh, Hez Gaming. What's up, man? Duck. Duck goose. Yes, like your and your. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did beat me to there, and there. Yep.
Fight says, "When alliance mates tell me you're clear, I'm like, ugh."
Yeah, see, for me, I've just learned not to let it bother me.
Hez, I am Stiletto Green, Lord Shadow's sister.
His annoying, bratty baby sister.
Mistress of Destruction, apparently.
She forgot to say
Backstretching.
she forgot to say all of that. Yes, and how she destroys my things ever since she was a child.
Look, this one I bought him, so technically,
Nope.
technically,
Nope. No longer yours once you give it. Don't make the police have to tell you that.
whatever, whatever. If you hadn't been belly aching about it, I wouldn't have been trying to fix it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so yes, like Destroyer of Stream. So are you guys ready to hear the story?
Of what happened after the stream went off the first time yesterday.
Yesterday,
When the stream ended, what happened to us?
I told this story already in nice long detail just for Keith. And so if you were already there last night, you already heard it. I can't remember who all was there because I was half asleep. So apologies. I know Tim watched it, so he's probably heard it. Yeah, Billy D.
No, Keith, you don't get the Reader's Digest version because it's not all about you.
There you go. Because I
And if
could.
you would read more,
Oh, yeah, Keith. Sorry, I gave you up, man. I told my sister that you're not really a big reader. And I actually gave a quick digest version. How long did it take me to tell what happened yesterday in the digest version, Stiletto?
took about maybe a minute, two.
Yep. So that's just to let you know that I could do it, but I choose not to.
Anyway, so tell, we were getting ready to go.
All right. So after the stream, we had a few things to do. So we're getting ready to leave, and my sister comes into my room and plops on my bed like she likes to do. Now, she's already done this before, and she bought me a back scratcher. I love that thing. Very practical gift. Use it all the time. Get them hard to reach places right in that middle of the back and all that. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so it was underneath some towels on the edge of my bed. And so she plopped down on it one day. And of course,
allegedly.
Yeah, see, she keeps saying that, but I remember the day it happened. And I didn't know what had happened until later. I went looking for it, and I found it under there, and it was bent. She wouldn't have known because it was underneath, all the towels and everything. All right, so I'm sitting there, and she's finally seeing it for the first time since that happened. And of course, she's looking at it, trying not to laugh, because she likes to laugh at my misery. And she's like, oh, yeah, I didn't do this. And I'm just like, yes, you did. And so she's sitting there like, oh, well, you can still use it. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's just bent. I remember hearing something. I just didn't know what it was, but at least I didn't hear it break. And I kid you not,
No, you didn't say break. You said,
or at least I could still.
I didn't hear it snap.
Yeah, that's it. At least I didn't hear it snap. And just after I said that, she's over there all this time because I wasn't really looking at her. She's trying to fix it, bend it back and forth. Can you guys guess what happened? Back and forth trying to fix it. So just after I said snap, I heard it.
Snap.
It snapped.
In twain. Well, no, it wasn't all the way snapped. It was just like...
Oh, I know what it was.
It was 98% snapped off. It's still holding on by a little bit. Holding on for dear life by a sliver.
Exactly. So, that is how it started. I should have known to stay in my house. After that. Yeah, Tim, like Lord Thanos snap. So,
it was a loud snap.
And I didn't say anything to her. When she did that, my silence was very loud. I just went on and said, okay, come on, let's go. And she's like, I'll buy you a new one. And then she started doing that whole, well, technically, I bought you this one. So, really, it was mine. And
well, at least I'm better than some people who go into other folks' rooms without permission and then break their huge mirror and don't replace it.
I don't even know what you're talking about. So anyway, yeah, Ricochet. Yeah, my sister somehow seemed to forget that.
Wait, I'm sorry. Before you say that, Billy D says you could have brought it to the Barbie doll toilet and held your marbles up from dipping.
Hey, that was some trauma, man. I'm telling y'all. Y'all ain't want to be there. Anyway, all right. So we go out, and my guys are about to come off cooldown in 45 minutes. And so I'm telling my sister, all right, let's go now. That's why we did the stream and got them on cooldown. And I'm like, all right, 45 minutes, that's enough time to get down to the place, have her do what she needs to do, and then come back, stop off at Walmart, get my mom her meds, my sister do a little bit of shopping, and be back home. Should take about an hour. All right? So We go all the way down to Kroger's. Inside Kroger's is an eye doctor place there. Ooh. Ooh, she almost took me out. And so my sister went in, ordered whatever she needed to order or whatever, and was back out in, pretty good time. So we headed up. Now, this place is about, 15 minutes, 20 minutes away from our house. And it's a straight shot, straight down one street. So we're coming back up that same street, and almost to Walmart, I see a cop off to the side, and I'm like, oh boy. I already knew. I could see him turning around, and so I asked my sister, we do have all the paperwork in the car, because I told her to leave it in the car. She was like, yep. She didn't know why I was asking. So the cop pulled up behind a car that was behind me, 2 cars back. And I'm just looking at him in the mirror because I already know what's going to happen. And
for me, I didn't know why Shadow had pulled into this gas station, wasn't anywhere near the pump. I'm like, is he getting gas? Is he going into the food store? What is he doing?
Right. So,
hey, Queen Sarah and Paul.
Hey, Queen Sarah, Paul, what's going on? All right. So the car that was behind me pulled off. And I don't blame him. I don't like having police driving behind me either. But now the police was right behind me, and I was like, just waiting for him to do it. He turned on his lights, and I pulled over. My sister didn't see the lights. She didn't see any of that. So all she saw was me pulling over into the gas station right there. I didn't pull next to the pump because, I didn't want to obstruct anybody. And so we're sitting there. There were other police cars in that at the gas station as well. And so we just wait there, and I'm just like, oh boy. So he comes over, asks for our IDs, and I explain, the situation with the car and everything. Tried to build a rapport with him, and he seemed nice. He was not, nasty or rude or anything like that. And he was listening, and I told him, I said, the car is insured and everything, but, not registered. And he's like, well, let me see the insurance. So got out the insurance cards, gave it to him. He went back to his car, and we sat there for quite a while he, ran everything. Checked to see if
he pulled us over because of our tag. We have a test drive tag on it. He's like, are you test driving this car?
Right. The license plate that we have is not a valid license, but it is the one that the dealer gave us. So, because it says test drive. All right. Now, and we told him, no, we bought the car. He's like, okay, so you already bought it, so you're not really test driving it. And I was like, this is what she gave us, so that we could have something to drive on. And so he's like, okay. So he went to the back and, did his full check and everything. And fortunately, did not find anything. And so he came back and he's like, okay. And he was like, do you know about when you're going to be able to, get the title free and clear? He's like, because this is not a valid license. And he even said that dealers have been doing this. He said they will give people these tags as a drive-away tag, but they're not. They're not valid. And so we were like, yeah, we have the title bond and everything, but they spelled her name wrong on it, blah, 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 blah. And so that was it. We didn't get a ticket. We didn't get arrested. Yes, he did ask for Chitara's ID as well. All right, so that was done. And I'm like, wow, that could have gone much worse. So the day is not over yet, folks. So we continue on to Walmart. Now, remember, there we needed to get my mom's meds, and my sister needed to do a little shopping there as well. So I get over there, And I pull up to the front. My sister's phone rings before I fully stop. And I'm thinking it's the lady who sold us the car. And so she's talking, and I finish stopping. And remember, she can't get out because of the door handle not being there. So I stop the car, get out, come around. She's still talking, and she's like, okay, all right. And I could see on her face, she looked a little distressed. And I'm wondering, what's going on? You know, what is that lady telling her? And my sister's not moving. I open the door, car is still running, and I'm like, get out. And she's like, we have to go back to Kroger's. And I'm like, you know, we just got stopped, okay? And I'm like, how about no? Go in there, do whatever you need to do, you know, because I'm thinking maybe she wanted to go back because she forgot to sign something or forgot to do something in the paperwork. And I'm like, we just gonna have to go there another day. You know, I do not want to drive back down this road where I was already stopped, you know, tempt fate again. And she's like, no, we got to go back. And I'm just like, no, you know. And then she's like, I left my card at the at Kroger's at the eye doctor. She had to pull out her card and her ID. She left her ID. I mean, her card, but had the ID. I guess that was a good thing.
You know? Well, Keith, the reason why he had to ask for my ID is because I really don't look how old I am, and they often think I'm underage.
They also do that if they suspect the car is in any way, shape, or form. You know, as you say, Keith, it could have been stolen because I didn't have a valid tag on it. Remember, so the car could have been stolen. She could have been a runaway. So yeah, they have to check all of that. And I do remember telling you early on when I started streaming that my sister looks younger than she is. And that should tell you something because well, anyway. So my sister tells me we have to go back down there. So you already know how I felt. All right. And so I'm just like, I don't believe this. So I call up my mom to give her a rundown on the situation, just in case I go back down there and this time get stopped and taken off, trying to get this card that she done forgot. And she's like, well, while we're down there, I'll do my shopping there. That way, when we come back up here, we can just pick up my mom's meds and then go home. And I'm just like, fine, whatever. You know, I'm feeling doomed at this point. And I tried to take a roundabout way back just so that I could maybe avoid that situation again. But there's not really a good way to do that. I went around, but didn't really save a whole lot of time or anything. Really wasted time. But anyway, so drove all the way back down there. She got her card, did some shopping, then drove all the way back up. This time we did not get stopped. And let me tell you, I was praying all the while.
I think if we had got stopped, that would have been the end of Shadow. I think he probably would have just had a heart attack right there.
I don't know. But more than likely, that's in the record that they just ran a check on, you know, my ID and everything. So if we had gotten stopped again, there would have been some evidence, I think, in their system because it was just run, you know. Anyway, so got my mom's meds and came on home. Finally. I almost wanted to kiss the ground. But that is how my day went after the stream yesterday.
Keith, why do you doubt that I look 16?
That could also be the case as well, Keith. That could also be the case. But remember, Keith, I'm used to this sort of thing. So I know how it works. I know how that works as well. I don't complain. I don't say anything about it. It just, it is what it is. And I just deal with it. If they give an excuse or if I have a reason that I can think of that it could be, then that's the case. This is the first time that anything like that has happened, though. But yeah.
Nice save, Keith.
They could be looking for, yeah, they could be looking for anything, But that is how they do. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It could be very well be that. But that's the saga. So I'll bet you understand when I say I'm not driving that car until we get something settled. Either we have the if we have the title bond in her name, then I'll take her to get it notarized and then registered. And that's it. Otherwise, because she had an appointment today. She's got appointments all week, and I was going to be driving her to these appointments. Nope, not anymore. No, sir.
And Our Lady is still...
And...
Ricochet, you just mean.
Ooh, Ricochet.
From now on, I would no longer be reading Ricochet's comments.
Oh, don't be mean like that. But yeah, no, so Keith, now that you heard that version, the version that I would have given you, because you don't care about any of the extras, or you just want a synopsis or a really an account, not a story, I would have just told you, yeah, we went down to Kroger's. She went and ordered what she needed to order. On the way back home and to Walmart, we realized that she forgot her card. That we got stopped by the police. Nothing happened there. We were let go. She forgot her card. We went back, got her card, went back to Walmart, and then we went home. That's pretty much it for you. That's the highlights. You don't need to know anything else, right? Like I said, I can do it. I just choose not to.
Billy D said, "Don't worry, Ann, it will all be on Judge Judy soon."
I know, right?
Oh, Keith is racking up real good points with me.
Oh yeah, he's trying.
Can't send her all the way to heaven.
I see it. And Ricochet done retracted his statement.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh man, that's funny. He said, "I saw we."
I don't know who you're talking to. Still emotionally distraught. Just talking to people who aren't even there.
But yeah, once Keith told me that he's not a reader, that explains so much to me. It's not even funny. Soon as you told me that, Keith, I was like, "Oh, that explains so much."
And I just shook my head.
That explains a lot. In fact,
yes, the car has been grounded.
Mm-hmm.
They're still listening back from. We don't know if she's been discharged or what, but
yeah. Still more detail? Yeah, Keith, you would only want to know about the cop. I know it. No, Keith. When I say you're not a reader, that doesn't mean that you don't read. One of my best friends, he is not a reader. Maybe I should say, you don't read for pleasure. It's not something that you do as a pleasurable pastime. It's not entertaining for you. You read for a purpose. So, for example, my friend, he don't read novels or anything like that, but he will read a tech manual if he needs to learn how to do something. Sound familiar? Remember, I'm a programmer. I know how to be very concise if I need to.
Oh, Keith says just that I'm old and I don't have much time left, so I like short stories.
That ain't it.
He's like, I read Star Wars books.
Okay. Although I will admit that as much as I enjoy reading, uh, there are some times where they'll go into a little more detail than I want, and I will skim it.
I have to call out J.R.R. Tolkien. Sorry.
Yeah, I will.
I call him out.
Yeah, like I said, I will skim. I ain't gonna even lie. Yeah, Paul, you didn't know that? About 20 years in the business, Paul. Yeah, Tolkien, I skim. Like I said, not even gonna lie. Get the gist of
Although
it.
it did get you into it because by the time the hobbits had complained again about being hungry, I was with Aragorn. Like, y'all ain't eating nothing again. Y'all gonna starve for the rest of this trip
Well, see,
if you say one more word about food.
that's the point of a storyteller. The whole point of a storyteller is not just to give you facts. A storyteller is supposed to engage you, draw you in, paint a picture, engage your imagination, so that you feel almost like you were there. You
I
know?
was there. And I was about to choke me some hoggets. I was like, if you say one more time, don't you know you don't have any food? You know you don't have any food. You didn't carry it with you. So stop sitting here complaining about the food.
Because, like, think about it. If I told you, yeah, we got stopped by the police, and all of that, that doesn't really engage you. You're not going to feel like you were there. I just told you something that happened. That's such a fact. But if I start telling you, oh, yeah, he asked us this, he got our IDs, then he went back, then he ran it, we were sitting there for a while, you can almost imagine yourself, especially if you've been through that, you can now go, oh, yeah, when I got a ticket, yeah, I had to sit through that. So now you're a little bit engaged, So, yeah, storytelling is a little different than just giving a report, like you in the Army. Report! You just give it a concise report, the facts, nothing but the facts.
Paul wants to know what exactly you do. Android, web, machine learning?
The latest thing that I did was web, but I also did systems programming and application programming as well. But for the last, my last job was in web development.
And says you can't skim Tolkien.
Oh, I can, all right. And I did.
Slight says, I've read Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit a few times. Love those books.
Oh, yeah, they were good. And the funny thing is, I read them so long ago, I could probably read them again now. And it'd be like I was reading them for the first time. I had actually confused some of those because I was like, wait a minute. I was watching one of the movies and I was like, wait, this is supposed to be a really big battle. All the armies and everything. Well, that wasn't the one that we were watching. I remembered it, but the way that I read a lot is I will read it all together. I don't read them, read one book and then reread that same book for a while. No, I read it and I just keep reading it. So for me, it all happened at the same time. It was like I read one big giant book. My sister on the other
jokes on you.
And my sister, on the other hand, she rereads her books. So if I remember something from the book, we're talking about me reading it in high school one time. So it's something that I even remember anything about it.
Hey, there are books I've only read once, but I still remember them.
I remember them too. Just not a whole bunch of detail. And as time goes on, it will happen to you as well.
Billy D says, did the cop say thank you for making his day shorter?
That's what I should have done. I should have started with him like, okay, so here's what happened. So I started streaming earlier today, and the stream went down.
Well, the good thing is, The
I
crime scene had been cleaned up from the back seat.
Yeah, that was a nice thing. My mom had actually done a very good job cleaning up her mess, so it didn't look like a crime scene back there. I could have started telling the cop. He'd have been happy to go, or happy to arrest me so that I could be out of his hair. I could have told him all about the back scratcher.
Keith Winnett said his last job was doing web pages in HTML2.
What? Say that again.
His last job was doing web pages in HTML2.
Whoa, HTML2.
He's talking about you.
Oh, I was gonna say HTML2.
And then Ann said that's number 2.
I'm like, what in the world? I was certified in it. XHTML, HTML 4.5, HTML5. I don't think I messed around with HTML2.
And Paul says, by the way, I'm a report kind of storyteller. My professor would like your way much, much better. Or much, much more than mine, though.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not for everybody. It just depends. Everybody has their preference. It don't matter how good an actor is. Not everybody's going to like their movies. You know?
But then there's the case of things like, Dark Phoenix, when nobody really likes it.
Oh, I got one better, although I haven't seen that one. But The Last Airbender.
Why'd you say it?
I had to laugh at The Last Airbender. I would be at work, and all I did, it was like comedy reading. All I did was read the reviews. And I was cracking up. Some of the stuff people were saying, and I don't think it's funny what they were wishing on his family and his daughter and stuff, but one of them actually said, I heard that you made this for your daughter. I hope she had nightmares. I was like, wow. People hated that. Anybody that was a fan of the series, the cartoon series or anime series, and I never watched it, and I don't intend to. Just from what I heard, I was getting pissed off.
I still can't believe you won't watch Coraline with me.
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about that.
Just because your mother might have made it sound like she was horrified, but she was enjoying that movie.
Mm-hmm. And then she has nightmares.
She's still going around quoting it.
Mm-hmm. Can't get it out of her head.
Oh.
Sounds about right.
She made me watch Charlotte's Web. She gets no quarter from me.
Yeah, here's the thing about Tolkien. He only spent like 1 page on the Battle of Helm's Deep. Seriously? Yeah, I should have said what happened was. Nah, I ain't trying to live up to the stereotype, especially in that situation. That would be
right next to us was another guy getting his book bag and everything searched. We were like, you know what? This is obvious. And then, why come? I have to say, why come in this sort of situation? Why come? It was like they were out like ants. You know why? It's the first of the month.
Yeah. It's the first of the month.
They were like crawling all over the place. You couldn't go nowhere without looking. And then we saw in front of us on one of them, it was a it was an old cop car. Like someone had bought an old cop car.
Oh yeah, protective. It just said protective services faded out on it. And I'm just like, really? Yeah, I was never so happy to be in my house. And I was happy not to have to go nowhere today, too. More grind time. Because I was going to have to take my sister and try to fit it in between my grinding. Well, not no more.
And likes the Nightbot. Paul SZ did something.
Let's see what he did. Oh, caps.
What, did you think I was gone forever? Stop spamming caps.
Okay, let me look at Paul's stuff. Because I hate that it takes away everything and not just the message, the offending message. It actually just times you out. Says, okay, I read that one about that you were a report kind of a storyteller. My sister read it. Hold on, let me keep going.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
number 2 was in relation to the okay, got you. Yeah, that was in number 2. Got you. Well, unless you are Leo DiCaprio, nobody hates him. If you do, shame on you. Neil Gaiman. Oh man, I remember some of his books. I'm not a fan.
He's the one who wrote Coraline.
Right, I'm not a fan of his.
You like Good Omens.
Yes, but there's some other books that he wrote. I'm not a fan of his. He traumatized me.
Well,
You know I don't remember names, authors, and everything unless they stand out. Either they were really good or they traumatized me. That's how I remember the names. So yeah. That and all he did was say boo to Keith in all caps. Yep, can't do it. Leonardo decapitated. Wow. Okay. All right, take it away. I got bamboozled. Only good thing about DiCaprio movie is when he dies. Wow.
Oh, Paul, said Billy D.
Mm-hmm. All right. Good, you got it.
And Anne said it's nothing bad, it's just Nightbot flexing its power.
Yep.
And Manny Singh says I was so lazy that I didn't do arena during both rounds.
Oh man. Well, I don't think
Anyway, what's up?
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get her if that's the case. This will actually be, I think, the first. Yeah, I think it'll be the first time that I've ever gotten the 3, 4, and 5-star champion.
Okay, there are 24 of you in here, and we only got 9 likes.
Uh-oh.
We're being lazy.
But yeah, this is the first time I'm actually getting the 2 and 3-star champion. Round 1, I already got her. And if I get her this time, as a 5-star, it'll be the first time I've gotten all 3 of the new champions. Usually, I'll either just go for the 3 and 4-star, or I just go for the 5-star. And it hasn't been that many 5-stars that I've gone for, so yeah, this might be the first time that happens.
He says Nightbot is drunk with power.
No, it's just the way I configured it.
And Billy D said Paul likes Leo D catapulted.
Wow. Catapulted, capitulated, all kind of things you can do to that poor man's name.
But not as bad as Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, have mercy. That's when you just try to find your parents and say, you could have changed the last name. You could have changed that last name. I understand it's a last name, but you could have changed it.
Manny Singh says, I really liked.
All right, cool.
Well, thank you. But for those who didn't like, and you know who you are.
And the cow goes, moo.
Oh, there was a joke I read. It was so funny, Shadow.
Tell it.
This guy goes, I pointed to this woman on a bike and yelled cow, and she flipped me off. And then she drove right into the cow. Well, I tried.
You know what? That's one of those things that needs to be on a video. They actually have videos where folks immediately get their comeuppance. I forget what it's like, instant karma they call it, or something like that, where somebody does something and immediately gets punished. You know, they're a jerk in some way and then just get it.
Well, if he just yells out cow
and points at her. Yeah, I can understand the confusion. Oh man.
But yes, I would love to see that in action. That would kill me.
That would be a great skit. Man, oh man, oh man.
Manny says today I tainted myself by playing Minecraft for the first time, and I actually got frustrated when I died by the hands of zombie and lost my stuff.
You know, I have never played Minecraft. As much as I've heard of it, heard people talking about it, still haven't played it.
Hey, Reaper Dragon.
Reaper Dragon, what's up? Now, if I remember correctly, Reaper was here last night. I think I remember him being here, telling me he was a night owl. Okay.
Billy D says Humperdick. What a name. What a surname.
Humperdinck. Wasn't that from The Princess Bride?
Yes.
Okay.
But it actually is a name.
Oh, I'm sure.
Anna War said I'd probably do the same thing, unless I was near farmland where actual cows would be.
I know.
Well, she was, and she ran into the farm.
Like I said, it was understandable. Her reaction was understandable because he didn't give. I mean, well, I guess there wasn't a whole lot of time for him to give more detail, but yeah.
Reaper says, "Yeah, I was there." LOL.
Yep. The reason I say that,
Anna War, it was Engelbert Humperdinck. That was the prince.
Yeah. But yeah, Reaper, the reason I said that, I'm happy that I remembered you because I was out of it. My brain was mush that night. I don't remember too many people that were in the stream. I think we had about 10 people there. And I do not remember most of who was there. I was reading chat and all of that. But I was half asleep.
All he kept mumbling on the way back, I gotta stream tonight. I gotta stream tonight. They gotta know. They gotta know. I gotta stream. They gotta know.
See, as part of my therapy, I talk to you guys. So you guys helped me stay up so that I could do the stream. I mean, so that I could get my 5 stars on cooldown last night because I would have definitely fell asleep. And you helped my nerves by talking about it to you guys. Because let me tell you, it may have seemed lighthearted, but it was not lighthearted. I was not happy. I was like, oh my goodness, I just know that I'm going off to jail. And here's the funny thing that would have made it even worse. All right, say they decided not to listen to my story or anything like that, and they took me down to the station. What's going to happen to the car? My sister cannot drive it. It doesn't have a valid license, so even if she could drive, they wouldn't let her do it. So it's going to be towed at our expense. And guess what? Because we don't have the title, we couldn't get it out of the tow. So yeah, it was not going to be a good time.
Manny Singh says, so I got another mutant T4 CC today. So I guess Domino's going to rank 5 next.
Excellent choice. Wish I had her. She would go to rank 5 immediately. I saw that there was a level up event. I was talking to my alliance and I was telling them that I was waiting on doing the last bits of 6.1 exploration because the 2 quests that I have left are the one that has the Sentinel and Ultron bosses. And I'm like, well, I got this Medusa and I want to rank her up to 4, but I'm waiting for a level up event to do it. I hadn't checked today when I was saying that. So when I did go looking, level up event was on. So now I'm just kind of waiting to see if there's going to be a cosmic advancement along with it. If there is, great. If there's not, then I'll just take her up to 4. I'll make a video on it and take her out for a spin, show why she is so great against robots and that sort of thing. I think I made a video on her before, but, I'll make another one with her as a 5-star rank 4. And then, probably this weekend, I'm going to go back to 6.1 and start ripping stuff up.
If only there were a 6.2 for you to try.
Yeah, if only. Too bad they ain't released that yet.
Reaper Dragon says, LOL, I know. Dangerous combo, grinding and sleepiness. That's how you lose streaks.
Exactly.
Tryhard says, smart therapy.
That's what I say.
Reaper Dragon said, it's happened to me several times where I fall asleep while grinding arena. I wake up and streak is dead.
I've had some near misses. I've fallen asleep, woke up, and I've lost that match, but I still have one match left. So I've done that. I've had other times where I was so tired I wasn't realizing where I was, what arena I was in, chose the wrong, too low of a champion, like 330s in my 5-star featured arena grind, something like that, and got deathmatched. And of course, I've lost my streak. So yeah, very dangerous combination. But I knew I wanted to get the 5 stars on cooldown, or else I was going to be out of the race. But as you can see, I've got 17 million, so I'm still in it. And like I said, I don't know what she went for. I kept hearing, because I know we were talking about it, and I didn't see Trucos's. He usually sends something out in line, Messenger. But one post seemed to say that she went for under 25 million. I think somebody posted up that he got her, and I forget how much he had, but it was like under 25 million. But someone mentioned that she went for 32 million. But that's what Medusa went for. She went for 32 million. And I didn't see anything from Trucos about Invisible Woman.
Well, because, you know.
You know what? -2 cool points. -2 cool points for that.
I was reading Ricochet's.
Yeah, keep going. What'd he say?
That's all he said. Probably because, you know, ...
Mm-hmm.
Billy D says, haha, Lord Shadow streaming from jail on burner phones. There's an epic story.
Boy. Now, you know most of the phones in the county jails are the flip phones. You can't stream for them things.
Tim says, I put up 4 mil in a T4B arena thinking I was in the 5-star arena. I hated life after that.
Ooh, yes. I haven't gone that high, but I've done that. I've put up, like $1 million before I realized I was in the wrong arena. And I was like, oh my goodness. Because of course I used all of my top guys, my top 5 stars or something like that. And I was not happy. Not happy at all.
Manny says, I opened 30K because I opened 30K BC worth of uncollected crystal. That makes only 3 crystals for the first time after becoming uncollected and got 300 units. Ooh, so happy.
Nice. That's actually really good.
And Tim says there was a fake 151 post with 21 mil. That was doctored.
Ah, maybe that's what... Well, no. Somebody had 20... I think they had 22 million, but they missed it. Or maybe that's what you're talking about. Is it the one that they didn't get the champion in that picture? Or did they? Because the one that I saw, their ranking was close, but they didn't get the champion. But yeah, if it was doctored, then that would explain it. But a lot of people were talking about that she went low. And I went looking on Reddit and everything, and people just weren't posting up. But yeah, that's why I'm aiming for like 35 million plus.
Tim says, I only realized it was the wrong arena because I had to jump out for AQ.
Oh, man.
They said they did not get the champ in that picture.
Okay, so maybe that is the same one. But I still haven't gotten a picture from Trucos like I normally do. I still have, when I go looking there now, I still have the one for Medusa. But I don't have one for the first round. Ooh, she snuck me good. Okay, come on. Okay, I'll go. There we go. Hmm.
You shouldn't get so personal. It's just a game.
It might be just a game, but she put them stilettos on me. That ain't cool. That ain't not cool.
I thought you'd like it.
We ain't dating. No, sir. Keep them feet to herself.
You saying her feet's too big?
I'm saying they don't belong in my face.
Tim says, I think True Coast didn't post it because of all the fake posts.
Ah, that could be. Because all I heard was that. And I was looking to see what the actual cutoff was. I never saw anything that told me what the actual cutoff was. We only saw, I guess, that fake post about how they almost got the champion with such a low score.
Because she ain't worth much more.
But yeah, a lot of times people will at least post up their score and say, hey, I got the champion. Here's what I got. And I could at least try to guesstimate. You know, I could go through the Reddit posts and see, you know, if somebody said, well, I put up 25 million and I got her, that would at least give me some rough idea. Or they might get called out because they say I got her for 25 million. Somebody else will say, well, I went 30 million and I did not get her. Well, now we know there's some kind of beef, shenanigans going on there. But yeah, I didn't see anything.
Reaper Dragon says 6-star Black Bolt Unawakened is better in certain scenarios where proccing buffs causes regen for the enemy. He's going to help me complete Act 5.
Oh, yeah. And what is it called? Like buffet? Yeah. I want me a six-star Black Bolt. For real. Especially now that I have Medusa. Absolutely.
Kim says True Coast did put it on their Facebook with a 32 mil cutoff.
Okay. So it's just on their Facebook. He didn't post it to Line yet. And see, I don't go on Facebook all that much anymore, so let me see. Let me do that. And I have friended him on Facebook, but I never really use that thing.
Yeah, those new fashioned gadgets. You old folk can't handle it, huh?
Nope. I was hearing about all these things, Snapchat, Instagram, all these things. I'm like, I got all I can handle right here. Ain't no need for all of that stuff. And get off my lawn.
Now, see, that's definitely me. I will yell at children to get off the lawn. Hey, you! Get off my lawn before I run you over.
I actually had to rake the lawn this morning. I was out there with Mom. We got most of it done, too.
Yeah, at least it's not as big as our lawn at the other place when we were in the Midwest.
We actually have a lot of property. I went actually scouting out our property. Wow.
Yeah.
We have enough for another house.
Yes.
You know, when I got the house, you know, they tell you the square footage and everything. I don't remember exactly. But that doesn't help you, or help me rather, until I actually go and look. I'm like, okay, that's nice. We have this much square footage. Great. But until I went out to see what that looked like, I'm like, whoa, I don't even know how many acres we have. Not that many, but it's more than I thought. I thought our property ended far earlier than it does. And no, it don't. It goes for quite a ways.
Much like your stories.
Ha 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 ha! Minus another 2 points.
Reaper Dragon says insta distraction. And Paul says a web developer who doesn't like new sites. Interesting.
A web developer that doesn't like what?
New sites.
I'm sorry. Was that a pun? That sounded like a pun. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was a pun. So I'm going to have to minus some cool points from you.
And Tim says, get a car before you get a second house.
I know, right? Man, definitely need a car.
Well, we got a car, technically.
We have something. Something to decorate the driveway.
I think I'm gonna call that car Christine.
Mm, mm, mm.
Do you know where that's from?
Mm-mm. Oh, wait. No, I was thinking of Carrie.
Well, you're on the right track.
Yeah.
There was a killer car, and his name was Christine.
Ah, okay. It sounded familiar because I think there was a cartoon based on that. Because there was actually like an urban legend or something.
Maybe.
I'm trying to remember. The urban legend of some car that was
The
going
best
around
horror
killing
movie
people.
I think I've seen in recent years that had me in tears was The Tire. I was done. The killer tire. I was done.
Well, you know my favorite one. It was them teeth. And I remember the teeth, and we laughed so hard. And then I went when I got older trying to find it, and I couldn't remember the name of it because they never said the name. You know, it was being played in a hospital. We were there for our sister had gotten pneumonia, and so we were in the emergency room, and it was playing. So I never knew what it was called, and I think it was called Teeth.
It is called Teeth. I see. The
Yeah.
problem was, I looked it up because I was telling my friends about it, and I found out what it was called, and then I plugged it in to see if I could find the movie on Netflix and on other ones that I forgot what other ones that she had at the time, but we looked it up. Unfortunately, that was one of the most horrible things I found. That there's another movie called Teeth, also a horror movie.
Oh no.
You know
No.
what horror movie I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. Never seen it. Don't want to.
Me either.
I know enough about it to
But
know I
watch
don't
it.
want to see it.
Like, they were like, "Is that what you're talking about?" I'm like, "No, no, no, no,
Mm-mm.
no, oh no, 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 no."
Somebody showed me a scene from it, and I never want to watch it. Ever. Ever, never, ever, never, ever.
And I was done.
Ever, never. I wasn't given the synopsis because they knew better. Had they given me the synopsis, why would I watch anything about it? They knew. They knew. They were like, "Oh yeah, this is a movie, but you got to see this one. It's called Teeth." I'm like, "That sounds familiar, but no, that's not that one." I'm like, "All right, well, what is this one about?" Well, just watch. Look at the scene. Yeah. No, thank you.
That's all I can say.
Queen Sarah says horror movie. What's that? What? The other Teeth one was like a softcore porn horror flick, right? Something like that, Tim.
Manny says, after I completed 5.2 and became uncollected, one of my alliance members decided to go for him as well. And right now he's at collector fight with 845 units.
Ooh, good luck. Tell him you can do it. Now, where is that from? You can do it. And I think there's other ones that have copied that one, but you'll have to guess which one I saw where that was said. And it was said just like that. You can do it.
Tim says, Waterboy.
Yep, got it.
Anna War said Deuce Bigelow.
That's why I said what I said. Yeah. There's others that said it, but that's why I kept going, you can do it. And then I could continue because he, at the very end, he was like, you can do it all night.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was the Water Boy where I first heard that. And yeah, I've seen the others. I've seen. Oh man, how do you parry that? That ain't right. Don't do that no more.
It ain't right. It ain't decent.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Yeah. You know what got me about Waterboy? The Fonz was in it. That tripped me
He's
out.
just gonna go get a hot pretzel.
No, Henry Winkler. As soon as I saw him in there, because I, unlike my sister, I don't look at the names of actors or anything that's in a movie. I'm like, this is a comedy. It looks fun. All right, let's see it. I don't care. It could be some no-name actor, but if they're good and they make me laugh, then it's all good, right? That's what I was watching it for. So imagine my surprise when I saw the Fonz. I hadn't seen him in so long. I was like, wow. Oh. Okay, you're going to be like that. Okay. We ain't going to try to hit you with that. We're just going to do this.
Delirious. Shadow says, Delirious. Shadow, how high Archangel Sig needs to be? Just dupe my 4-star. Don't have any signature stone.
All right, so look at his signature ability, and it'll tell you something about each neurotoxin has a percentage chance to shut down abilities and things like that. You want that to be at about 33%. If you want to know what that is, go to the new site, Aunt May, click on Archangel, and you will have a curve, a nice little curve for the signature abilities, his signature ability. And that should help you know exactly at what point he will be, he'll have that 33% or so. But that's what you want. Anything more than that is fine, but that's like the minimum so that you can shut folks down hard with like 3 neuros or something like that.
Manny says, yeah, I told him that even if he can hit him for only 20 to 21 times per fight, then don't let that discourage you, because he's made that way. Totally BS.
Oh, yeah. Here's what you tell him. Give him my experience. When I got uncollected, I used a 440 OG Daredevil, and it took me about 25 level 1 revives, mostly on the collector. I may have used like 3 or 4 getting to him, and I used over 20. I know that. I lost track after a while getting that collector down. Then when I went exploring, I waited till I had OG Hulk, took him to 550, went back in, 3 revives. Each time, 3 or 4 revives. Sometimes I did 3. One time I did 2. One time I did 5. So, yeah. Ooh. Ouch. Wasn't paying attention and tried to evade all late his special 2.
Reaper Dragon says 1 neurotoxin charge completely kills regeneration. AA needs to be awakened for that, though.
Yeah, that's regeneration. I have to look at it again, but I think it's the ability accuracy reduction that I was talking about, not the regeneration. And even if he's unawakened, each of his poisons reduce healing by 30%. Remember, I had Archangel unawakened for a very long time at rank 4. And if I went up against a magic, for example, that was fine. I put 3 poisons on her. And yeah, I couldn't stop her limbo, but I stopped her healing. So it wasn't ideal, but it was still, he was still far from useless. Some folks say he needs to be awakened, and I disagree. He doesn't need to be awakened, but if you want to shut folks down, if you have a need to shut people down, then yeah. He needs to be awakened. Awakened, he can shut down nodes, not just them, but nodes, like that encroaching stun in one of the variants. He can shut it down. But you do need quite a bit of neurotoxins on him, depending on SIG level. When you have to go up against like Sinister, that's where it comes into play. His neurotoxin will shut down his healing easily. But in one of the variants, he was on a node that was rough. And you wanted to get at least 3 if you had a decent SIG level to shut that down, or else you were pretty much going to get wrecked with Archangel.
Let's see. Where did we leave off? Delirious says, thanks a lot. Mine says 32.25% at the moment, AAR.
Yep. Just get that up to about 33 and some, and you should be fine.
Billy D says, I got 29 hits, which I thought was great, Dr. Strange.
Hmm.
And Tim says, actually, on m.ai says SIG 40 for a 4-star is a 33.02%.
There you go.
Reaper Dragon says, yeah, depending on his level, he has a certain percent decreased ability accuracy for the enemy per charge.
Right. That's what I was talking about. That's the only reason for his SIG levels to be increased, but anything over that is just, whatever. Prestige. Otherwise, 3 neuros and you're pretty much going to shut him down. Shut him down. Shut him down.
Manny Singh says, I hate that I have to wait 2 weeks to finally form 1 Grandmaster Crystal.
Yeah. You guys saw my opening. My 3-star crystals. I don't care what they say. All I seem to get out of them is 3 stars, so they are 3-star crystals for me. There might be a chance, but as many as I've opened, I don't even get 4 stars. So yeah, I'm not even bothered by those things. That's why I prefer Arena, because my efforts can be rewarded. If I go enough over the cutoff, while I'm not guaranteed to get the champion, it's much better odds than those crystals. Ooh, I hate fighting this Ultron. But he's down anyway.
Is he? Is he really?
Yeah, he's sleeping.
Tim says, I have also gotten 1 5-star out of all those GMCs, and it was a Colossus.
Tim, you and I are soul brothers, because I believe that's the only 5-star I have ever gotten out of those crystals as well. And it was a long time ago, like years. All right, so it looks like... Yep. All right, so they are on cooldown now, which means that I can start at around 9 or so, and I can be done by 10:30. And if I can do that, then I have a good chance to try to make up lost ground. If I'm done by 10:30 with all of my 5 stars tonight, then tomorrow morning, if I wake up in time, I can get them done before 6. Then I'll be back on schedule, but I'm not going to be streaming at 1 anyway, so you might see me early in the morning instead. Medusa.
Paul says, Shadow, do you watch Legion on FX?
Nope. I don't watch a lot of TV at all. We don't even have. We used to have DirecTV, and I remember watching a few shows on FX. One new show, You're the Worst. I used to watch it. Then they moved it to FXX, and then apparently it wasn't doing too well there, so they moved it back to FX. But yeah, I don't watch TV really. We watch some Netflix anime, and really, maybe some Hulu, and that's really about it. And even then, I don't tend to watch a whole bunch of stuff. I had a little time where I wanted to watch some stuff like Jessica Jones. I watched. I actually enjoyed that first season, then didn't watch anymore. So, no.
Manny says, Tim, Colossus is getting buff, so be happy.
Yeah, I got Colossus and got him awakened, so I'm looking forward to the buff. Maybe even take him up to rank 3.
Tim says, I did save 5 or 6 of them and pop them. Got 2 4-stars that way. Everything else was 3-star champs.
Yeah. I haven't gotten a 4-star in a very long time. It's been 3 stars. I just kind of make a joke out of it now. That's why I called it in my crystal openings. My 3-star crystal. Might have a chance to get a 4 or a 5-star, but doesn't matter when all you get is 3 stars, does it? You'd be like, well, there's a chance you can get a 5-star. Yeah, but for the last 2 years, I've gotten 3 stars. So what you telling me? What does it matter? Does it mean anything to me? Nope. No, it does not.
Tim says, my Colossus is SIG 120. Trust me, I need it.
Ooh, ouch. I don't think mine is that high of a SIG.
Reaper Dragon says, I want them to make season 3 of The Exorcist. It's an awesome show, in my opinion. Season 2 of the big cliffhanger.
Well, AQ has started. And I think we're waiting for our next matchup in Alliance War. This last war was interesting. I'm a couple of wars behind. I need the last war and the war before that. I need to go ahead and update it. But I was so busy yesterday, running around and then running in my mind away from the cops. I was stressed. You know how I told you guys that I started turning gray in my 20s? Yeah. Stuff like this. I've got some gray hairs named after my sisters. Got some named after my mom. Oh, yeah. It was so funny. I told a doctor one time that I, had started turning gray early. And he was like, are you under a lot of stress? And I just laughed. I laughed at him. He was like, okay. I couldn't even tell him anything. Just laughed.
You have no stress.
Mm-hmm.
You're just old.
Yeah, I'm that too.
Tim says 2 of the Colossus dupes were from dungeon crystals.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think I got him in any of the dungeon crystals. I think I've only duped him one time out of a 5-star crystal.
Manny says, should I spend units in featured Grandmasters?
No.
Tim agrees with you.
Now, I will tell you a case where I would say yes. So maybe I was too quick to say no. So here's a question. Would you spend $5,000 on those crystals every week? If the answer is yes, I have that kind of disposable income, then sure. If the answer is no, that's a whole lot of money, then no. Do not do it. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Don't do it. You see what I did? Because I have a channel, because it's entertaining, I went ahead and bought like 10 of them one time for the entertainment value. Since then, I haven't done that. They're not good values. People get crazy good luck, and you cannot convince me that they did not adjust the drop rates after their release. Can't convince me of it. The drop rates that we were seeing early on were nuts. The drop rates we're seeing now, nah. Something changed. But I'll buy one or two every once in a while. But right now I'm not doing it because I'm saving up for the 4th of July offer, whatever it happens to be.
Ivan MCOC says 7 mil BC. Bro, that's a lot of arenas.
Yes, it is. That represents about 7 months, maybe 6, of arena grinding.
Well, Reaper. Reaper says Colossus can be very hanky, as in hanky-panky.
Oh, have mercy.
He meant tanky. When awakened. Plus the synergy with Omega Red that gives him plus 20% attack per shield charge. Additionally, well-timed blocks can cause an armor stack.
Just wait till he gets buffed. I want to see what they do. Will they make him more defensive or offensive? That's the question. That is the question. Ooh, I get to fight with Namor. I like him so much. I wish I had the 5-star. Even if he didn't have high prestige, I wouldn't even care.
Mm-hmm.
He is so much fun to fight with, man. Oh, wow, he's so fun. Now, he is going to go on my most wanted list once he's in the crystals. He comes to that basic, he's going in there. Ding, ding, 18 million.
And says realistically he should also have a stun on one of his specials.
Who's that?
And a war.
Mm-hmm.
Says realistically he should also have a stun on one of his specials.
Yeah, he who? I'm lost in the context.
Yeah, well. I'm guessing Colossus?
Oh, okay. Remember, I was just talking about Namor.
Well, Paul says I want them to change his animations. They are so bloody boring.
Yeah, they are. But then again, that's how they portray Colossus in the comics too. So
well, yeah. Well, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Well. Tim says Namor in the dungeon this morning was fun.
Oh yeah. Me and Tim did some dungeons this morning. We both chose Namor. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. We just needed like 3 rooms to finish off our friendship bonus. So I brought in some 4-stars. I brought in Namor. A lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Heals on his specials. And especially if you have a power reserve node. Oh, they don't survive. They just straight up don't survive. Oh, man. Whew. Gonna have to keep from falling asleep. Hopefully Stiletto will be awake.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Anne says, yes, Colossus. Can't tell me those hits wouldn't stun a dude.
You're right. He has a lot of strength that they don't really talk about all that much, at least when I was reading it. At the time that I was reading comics, Colossus was very underrated when it came to his strength. And in one comic, I was talking about this in another stream, and someone mentioned that he was known for his strength. Well, that may have happened after this comic, but this comic was the first time I remember his strength coming out. So maybe that was his coming out party.
Oh, you wrong. Manny says if they buff Colossus just like they did with Venom, then he'll be great.
They have a good track record. That's why I'm excited, because their track record, when they buff up a champion, that champion is always much better than they were. Now, that doesn't mean that they're suddenly going to become game changing to have, but they might. Really just depends. But no matter what, he's going to be more useful than he is right now.
Reaper Dragon said, imagine putting Namor on the 100 plus 150% regeneration node.
Ooh, well, just have to keep him from throwing them specials. Because, yeah, that would kind of suck.
And Anna War said, well, it is the time for coming out.
I thought you would get a kick out of that, Anne.
I want to make Fenico's laugh. My ringtone.
Oh, Lord.
I love Fenico's laugh.
If I hear your ringtone like that, I'm taking your phone and throwing it on the ground, just so you know. You'll pick it up and you'll be like, hello, and I'll slap it right out your hand.
What, you mean it'll stop working like yours?
Mine is working.
Mm-hmm. For now.
Yeah, until you break it, like you broke my back scratcher.
Whatever.
Tell you.
We were lost the other day because your phone wasn't working.
It just ran out of battery. I love my back scratcher. My sister gave me that back scratcher as a gift.
That'll be the last thing she ever gives you. So
it was a wonderful gift.
Manny says, just buff him so that he can be useful for at least newer players and mid-tier players.
True that. I remember using Colossus when I was a new player. He was bleed immune, so he was actually useful for some content where I had to deal with a bleed node, and I didn't have any other bleed immune champions. I remember having to use like Wolverine and rely on his regen to keep him alive. But that bleed node, usually his regen would not keep him alive if it was too strong. So I would have to use Colossus, and it was usually a very long fight. I'm trying to remember which content. It might have been one of the early acts, but or one of the event quests. But I remember that it was like the last node before the boss on the left-hand side, if I remember correctly, was a bleed node that I had to use him for. And that fight took so long.
Hey, Amino89.
Amino89, what is up, my brother? What is going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. I always get jealous when I see you in other people's streams. I'm like, hey.
We did the other day.
Yeah, we saw you in other streams. I say, hey, how come you ain't in my stream? Was it my breath? I thought I brushed my teeth this morning. But no, there you was in another stream.
Anna War has taken up your back scratcher, Clyde.
I tell you. And it's not just this sister here. My other sister, what she would do.
Oh.
My dad was into gadgets.
Oh.
All kind of gadgets and electronics, and I'm the same way. So he would buy, like, say, these Sony Walkmans, right? And then he would upgrade to something new and better. And he would give me the old one. And he would tell me, okay, take care of this. You know, I'm giving it to you, but I want you to take care of it. And I'm like, okay. My other sister would take my Walkman without my permission, without my knowledge, go listen to it, break it, and then put it back. And then I would have to explain to my father why this thing was broken. Because while he wouldn't check, if he saw me and I didn't have it on me, he'd be like, so are you enjoying, the Walkman? And, wonder why he hasn't seen it. And yeah.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Them my sisters, besides trying to blind me.
Whatever. Whatever.
It's a long, hard road that a brother has to take.
Tim says, I think I remember somewhere there was a Colossus Gate.
That sounds familiar too, but I don't remember where it would have been even.
Amino says, that's just YouTube notifications for you. I'll be more than happy to be here, Lord Shadow.
Okay. I really need to find a better way to broadcast when I'm live on different platforms. Maybe my sister, social media guru, will help me.
No.
Because I need like a one-stop shop, and I remember there is some software that'll do that. And post to all your different social medias, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff from one place. So I could like do a post, hit send, and it just blast it out. I may look into doing something like that. But, you know, I'd also need it to do it for Discord and Line Messenger. But we'll see. You know, wouldn't have to do that if YouTube step their game up and get those notifications straight. Because everybody complains about that I know of. That is a YouTuber on this game. Everybody complains about that. Hello?
Hello.
Is that you?
You're looking for...
Just want to make sure you ain't falling asleep.
You'd know you'd hear it if I fell asleep.
I will never forget that stream. If I could remember which stream it was, I might have to do an excerpt. You're lucky I can't remember it.
I'm so mad at you.
And don't feel like going. But does anybody here remember when my sister fell asleep on stream and was actually snoring? Oh, that was good. I hadn't heard from her for a while, and I was just like, Stiletto? Stiletto? I was like, well, I don't know. I said, okay. I said, I think I know what happened to Stiletto. I wish I could remember which stream that was, man. Cut that out, boy.
I have nothing to say to you.
See, are you talking about Caltrip's node from Act 5.2, that final storm fight? No, Manny. It wasn't... Well, actually, I better not say that. Because I don't remember all that well. It could have been. Because, see, all I remember is that I needed a bleed immune, but whether the node was a bleed node or whether it was Caltrip's, you know, whether it was Biohazard, I don't remember. But it was a while ago, though.
Let's...
You gotta...
Maniac says it was a monthly quest, I think. I remember that Colossus Gate.
Okay.
Or some special quest a while back.
And of course, we don't hardly remember the event quests. They come and go. They come and go. You was thinking it too, weren't you?
No.
Uh-huh. Come, chameleon. Don't lie. You know it. Good old boy George.
And I refuse to respond to it.
Uh-huh. That's okay. We here. We in sync. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, let's go out and get in the car and drive somewhere.
Oh, we just went out of sync. Woo, boy, that was a huge disconnect right there, too. I'll bet you she is, you know, all jokes aside, I'll bet you she's not going to respond to you until she has something positive to say that's going to try to get you in that, keep that car.
You're going to be like, oh, I was doing all this, so I finally have the thing.
Yep.
And I'm going to be like, mm-mm.
I'll bet you. I would not be surprised. Nano Kid with the dollar super chat. Thank you. Thank you very much, Nano Kid. Them things add up, man. It is very much appreciated. You are the bringer of shadows. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, Hulk. Don't play around like that.
So much green and nasty yellow on the screen. I just don't know where to look.
You hear she talking about you, Hulk?
Actually, the one that's the worst is really Banana Man.
Wasn't that lime green Banana Man? Is that what you were saying?
No.
I know. Puke green. I got you. My sister's favorite color is lime green.
It's one of my favorite colors.
Yeah, one of them. But she wears it a lot. And if we can get the car that we want to get, it's going to have some lime green highlights on the interior seats and maybe a lime green stripe on the outside. Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Who knows what all she going to do to it? And it would actually look pretty decent if it was done right.
Yeah.
But in order to do that, we got to get rid of this car. Now,
Manny, what's your favorite color?
Black, followed by red, blue, and some derivatives of those. I like purple, for example.
Let's stay in purple.
But yeah, black. And some colors I like that complement black, like, yellow and gold and silver and stuff like that.
You want to be a bumblebee?
The bugaloos, we're in the air and everywhere, flying high.
Anna says, I knew you were going to say purple.
Purple rain. Purple rain.
No.
Oh, yes.
End it now, or when the backstretcher gets here, it'll go the way of the other one.
And get this. Back in the day, when Hammer Pants, if you remember Hammer Pants, I don't know if you're too young for Hammer Pants, but when I used to go clubbing, I had a black and purple suit. Had some Hammer Pants and matching top, and used to go out to clubs like that. Some shiny black shoes, always polished up, so they shined nice. Had some black and purple socks just to match the outfit. Oh yeah.
So ashamed.
It did what it was meant to do. Yup.
Danny says mine is black as well, but my dad tells me not to wear black clothes. I don't know why. Wait, that sounds totally wrong.
There was a time where that's all I would wear. Even though I liked the other colors. Anytime you ask me about anything, what color pants? Black. What color shirt? Black. How about this jacket? Black. And I actually wore all black for a lot of my early life. Just liked it. And it also helped. I'm dark skinned, so made it harder to see me, which was exactly what I liked. Shadows, don't you know?
Anne says, I do. I'm over 30. You strike me as a guy who would shine his shoes.
Oh, I absolutely did. But that was only when I went out.
And Paul says, did you just send Purple Rain? I wish I could like the stream 5 times.
Yeah, I did, Paul. Even though my sister groans because I'm not really singing it. But yeah, that's what I was doing.
Anna War says all black all day. Comes with being a metalhead, I guess.
There you go.
I can't stand you.
Hey, it is what it is. And that's all that it is. But yeah, I've often told people that when people choose a nickname, it tells you something about them. You may not know what it's telling you about them, but it does say something about them. No matter how crazy the name is, this is a name that they chose. So they made a choice to be known by this. This is what they wanted people to see. And so even the, crazy names, it says something. And I'm talking about nicknames, obviously, not if you just use your real name. It says something, but until you actually get to know that person, you may not know what it tells you about them. You can try to guess. You may listen to the person and go, okay, I think I get it, but it's fun sometimes trying to figure out, what it tells you about that person. Not where they got it from, but why they chose to go by that name.
Anne says, with a touch of purple thrown in, it really is the best color.
I'm telling you, I liked it, man.
Paul says, all black everything, baby.
Yay, yay.
Queen Sarah says, I am Queen Sarah because I am a queen, legit.
And guess what? When I first saw your name, I had a feeling that was the case. Kind of like Queen Latifah.
Manny Singh says, how tall are you? He's short.
Me? I'm 3'2".
Yeah.
Just kidding. But I am short. I'm like 5'7", 5'6.5".
And then him going slouch.
Yeah, I've been slouching these days for real. Ooh, ow, ow. What in the world?
Oh, wow.
Back up. Oh, no. We're not playing this today, Plucky. Back it up.
Ooh, oh.
And he still ain't dead. Okay, that's what I thought. Get up again. Get up again. Knock you down. But yeah, Manny, I'm actually about as tall as Chris LaFleur. We're like the same height.
Manny said slouching all cause of this rigged game.
I tell you. Nah, I can't blame that. Now, here's something funny. I used to walk with my head down, kind of slouched over. And the reason was because of something that Bruce Lee actually said in one of his movies, and I tested it and it seemed to work. Because if you ever watch Bruce Lee in his movies, you'll watch how he walks into a room and he's, his head is down, he's looking down. That's because his peripheral vision was enhanced when he did that. And I did that and I'm like, wow, I could actually see better. And given where I grew up, I wanted to be able to see as far around me as possible. May not be able to identify anybody, but I'd at least know people are there. Whew, man, that Iron Man Infinity War almost whooped me.
He really did. I was like, uh-oh, there goes the street as I was watching. So you took it out on poor little Red?
Telling you, man. I wasn't really paying attention until I started seeing myself getting whooped. I said, wait a minute, that's right. This is Iron Man Infinity War. You got to pay attention when you fight him. But what's nice fighting him with Mordo was that when the auto block would stun me and he would attack, I would just astral evade it. So that was kind of cool. Mordo has his uses.
Kid says, nice fight.
Thank you.
But he's laughing.
Wait till you see my Alliance War fight. I think it's this last war. So You have one war that's going to come out tomorrow, and the other one that comes out on Thursday, you're going to see me fight a Nightcrawler mini boss. Wait till you see that fight. I was half asleep. Oh man. That fight woke me up.
Manny Singh says, so you're saying you better turn your blurry but wider vision than seeing clear but with narrow vision.
What?
I'm just reading it.
Okay.
Manny says, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point.
Okay. I was like, wait, what? I know I'm kind of sleepy and my brain ain't up to snuff right now. Not that it ever is. But, yeah. Oh, I like this guy's name. See? That tells me something about him. I don't know him, though.
Slightly mental?
Yeah, see? So why would he say that? Is he one of them guys that'll go crazy on your behind? Was he somebody?
Manny says it's 1:29 a.m. for me, so same for me.
Oh, okay. You're excused then. But yeah, slightly.
I'm guessing he's from the other side of the pond.
Yeah, I was gonna say he could also just be saying that because he admired those characteristics in someone, which again says something about him. Like I said, you could always tell something. You chose that name, that means you identify with it in some way, shape, or form. Whether you just enjoy the qualities of somebody who was named that in a movie that you did, something. But there's always some connection. Oh, man. I only yawned one time, though, on the stream, so we're doing good.
Manny says I live in Southeast Asia.
Oh, wow. From
Paul
around
says
the world.
I don't like wider vision. I prefer OG vision. Ahem. Ahem.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. I see. You got jokes. And to you, I say, -1 cool point. We need to, I'm going to set something up. Watch, with Nightbot. Start taking cool points from y'all. You're going to start the stream with a certain number of cool points. Start taking them away. It actually has something where you could do that. I could set it up so that when you go below a certain threshold, you can't even talk no more.
Set it up so I can have my list.
You could do it. It's so funny. I was looking up Nightbot, and there's quite a few things, games that you can play, and don't know if I want to do all that though. But yeah, it actually has a lot of stuff in it.
Manny says sometimes I just sigh whenever my dad cracks those lame dad jokes. That wasn't a dad joke. That was an uncle joke.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know, those uncle jokes are just not funny. Don't play those uncle jokes. No, don't tell those uncle jokes no more. Now, how many of y'all know where that's from? That one got me. I watched that episode over and over just for that part. In fact, I need to go look at it again.
You actually took the song from it and you
made
it. Don't tell those uncle jokes no more.
I actually made that my ringtone at one time. I don't have it there now, but I had it as a ringtone one time. Every time I used to laugh when I heard it, man. I was like, no, they didn't. No, they did not. And then don't forget, waffle, waffle, waffles, waffle, waffle, waffles. I think somebody told Brian Grant about that song, and he finally looked it up and was like, okay, so it's just a song, just waffle. Okay, got it. I think you had to see the episode to really appreciate that song. I don't know.
I like Jake's pancake song better. Making pancakes,
yeah. Yeah, I remember now. As soon as you did that, I was like, wow. That was one of the later ones.
But it was still a good jam.
Oh yeah. I think that's the one where they had that time thing, where the guy had died or something like that, and they were trying to. He had a plan where he could come back. Was that him?
Maybe.
Like when hold up, because she acting a little crazy.
What, your long-haired ginger?
She started messing around. Oh yeah, she was talking all that good stuff a second ago, and then she got kicked in her chest. That's right.
Manny says, have you heard that bacon song?
Maybe. You'd have to hum a few bars. But no, not off the top of my head. I might, though. If you got some problem, then rub some bacon on it. I'll bet you if I looked it up and I heard it, I'd know.
I is slight singing. I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Who's playing tricks on me?
And I have no privacy.
Oh. Oh man, you bringing back some stuff, man. Especially around.
If you got some problem, and rub some bacon on it.
Yeah, I read that and I was like, I'm not getting the reference. I don't know.
I think that's probably from the song.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm just not getting. It's not conjuring up the tune, so I'm not sure. And that's why I was saying earlier, if I actually heard it, then I might be like, oh yeah, I remember that. But yeah, I'm not remembering it right now.
Takes more than that to jog that old rusty mind.
Yep. But I'll tell you, they had some good songs on that show.
It's like that old Model T where you had to crank the front of the car with a handle.
Yeah, I need a crank. Crank get me out of bed in the morning sometimes. I get up, look, and say, oh man, I gotta get up. Okay. See, now if we were on Twitch, Manny, I'd do like Brian Grand is always doing. If we were on Twitch, that wouldn't be a problem. I'd just play it.
Manny says you got to listen to that song.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if we were on Twitch, I'd do it.
And that old All-Star song, which became a meme. Okay, Paul's talking about there's a spider deep in my soul.
That's not ringing any bells either.
No.
But it would freak Brian Grant out, who is afraid of spiders.
Well, you need to send him to Australia.
Oh, he said he will never go there.
Those are spiders.
In fact, people were messing around talking about Twitter. He goes, He said, if y'all don't. He was like, don't even do it. Don't send me no spiders. I will not open Twitter until tomorrow.
People are like, if Spider-Man had gotten bitten by an Australian spider, he would just be dead. That would be it.
Man.
Because they're like, or he wouldn't have a human head anymore. It would look like that spider. Because they're like, those spiders are so dominant.
Yep. Those are big spiders.
I think they go. I'm like, if the spider is bigger than some of those little rat dogs, I'm gonna have to say you no longer qualify. I'm gonna have to upgrade you.
There are a lot of places that I know I better not find myself. For example, if there is a chance, even a small chance, that a crocodile could cross my path, I'm in the wrong place. Wrong place.
Now, alligators, on the other hand.
Alligators as well. Wrong place.
Well, see,
unless they flushed them in the sewer maybe or something.
Well, you go to Florida, the alligators just walk right out and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
And if I'm in Florida, because I've been to Florida, never saw an alligator. If I'm in Florida and I'm someplace where that can happen, I'm in the wrong place. Mm-mm. We don't play that in our house, Plucky.
Anne says, seriously though, it's not that bad in Australia.
Wouldn't know. Don't intend to
Paul
find out.
says, it's always sunny in Philadelphia. You've got to watch it, man. I like It's Always Sunny in
Oh,
Philadelphia.
yeah. I never watched those. I don't know. I've heard of it. Heard of the show.
I just can't get over that one guy who looks so much. I just look at him and all I think is, that's Wesley Crusher.
Oh, that's how people get typecast.
No, it's not him.
Oh, it just looks like him?
He just looks, I look at him and I think that's Wesley Crusher. And it's not.
Wow. Ooh. I knew he was going to do that.
Just don't go to the north of Australia. That's where the crocs are.
Yeah, I'm not going there. Any chance that a croc can grab my leg? Nope. Nope, sorry. Ain't doing it. Ain't going to do it. Ain't going to do it.
Well, really, if you're going to Florida for alligators, you might as well go the whole way for the crocs.
Mm-hmm. Ain't going there. I'm good.
By the way, that's where you have to go to get the replacement back scratcher.
You ain't funny.
Cameron says, sup, Shadow?
What's up, Cameron? I think you were also on the stream last night too, weren't you? I'm testing out my memory and how awake I really was. Because I was way loopy. Beat 'em naked, beat 'em naked. My sister had me watching all kind of stuff.
Whatever. Anna War says, just go to Sydney. That's the best Australian capital city, not that Melbourne place.
Uh-huh.
And Cameron says, I hope you enjoyed my story last night.
Yeah. That was a spooky story, Cameron. And it was a real story, too. He got chased. Guy pulled out something shiny and everything. He had to hide. It was when he was 14. He might not have been here today. That was, yeah.
Dale says, the crocs aren't a problem here in Australia. You can see them coming.
Yeah, see, if I can see him coming, I'm in the wrong place.
Okay, Paul just lost some more cool points. He said Manny sings Shrek. That's a pun.
I think I will look into the point system. I think I will. And then I'll show my sister how to work it. Yeah, so I can keep track. Paul
said, I dusted that guy. I didn't have to hide.
Yeah, you hey, that youthful energy, and you had a reason to run. Paul says, did you watch Into the Spider-Verse yet? I did, and I loved it. I'm hoping that I can entice my sister, who I asked her before I watched it, do you want to watch that? Because I heard it was good. She's like, oh yeah, it got a nominated or something, or an Emmy or something, and she was like, but no, and I was like, okay. And now I'm not sure if she watched it already, but I'd love to watch it again. It was actually pretty good. I did enjoy it. All right, guys. That is going to do it. Is there anybody streaming right now that we might be able to go raid? Because I don't think anybody was streaming when I was there, when I started. Let me see. I saw Ilac. I saw, is Rich the Man still streaming? I got a notification that he was live, and Killer Beezy as well.
Said Ilac.
Okay, so ILAC is the only one. All right, pop up that link. And let's give him a little raid. Hashtag out of the shadows. Soon as a link is posted, you guys can, there we go. Go on over there. You don't have to stay. I'll be there for a little bit. But yeah, go over there. Pop that into the chat so that he knows that I gave him a little raid. And I'll stay there for a little while. And remember, I'm not going to stream my normal time tomorrow. So look for me in the morning. If I don't stream in the morning, I'm going to stream later in the evening when I do my 5-star grind in the evening. All right? So, and I might even do it twice, in both times. But take care, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me and my sister. Take care, Slight. And you all have a blessed day.
Bye-bye, guys.